that is correct, your vocabulary video for Unit 26. In this unit, we have an audio that talks a lot about vocabulary used at work, and also what James was supposed to do when he started to work and what he's supposed to do now. Very common conversations we have on a daily basis. In this video, we'll talk a lot about school and work-related vocabulary. So first, let's see how a company can be organized from top to bottom. Very important words to know are employee and employer. An employee is a person who works for that company or business. An employer is a person who owns the company or business. So now let's look at a conversation using some of the vocabulary.
I was reading about Apple the other day, and I think all the employees are really happy in the company. Steve Jobs was a great employer.
Now, you might be asking yourself, what is the difference between a business and a company? A business is a very, very small company. So your local grocery store is a business. Now, a company is a lot bigger. So you can say that your bank is most likely a company. In a business, normally there aren't a lot of divisions, whereas in a company, usually there are many. So let's start from the top. And the top positions are often named managers and directors. Those are very, very similar. Now, under managers and directors, we have coordinators and supervisors. Those are very easy, aren't they? Listen to some examples now, using some of the vocabulary.
At work, my manager, Mr. Williams, is always angry. And the supervisor, Oliver, is really stressed out too. Me, I am a coordinator. I don't get involved with their problems.
In some businesses or companies, they sell products. So for that department, you have salespeople, salesperson, salesman, and saleswomen. A different name for a salesperson could be a business consultant. Listen to a short conversation using the vocabulary.
I went to an Apple store and the saleswoman was really nice to me. Completely different from the newspaper business at the corner. The man there is terrible. It is not a surprise to see that in Apple Store, the salespeople are called business consultants.
In some companies that work in offices, you might find couriers. The position of a courier is normally given to a young adult who has very simple jobs like make coffee, copy documents, go to the bank, and deliver mail. Listen to some examples now.
In my company, the poor courier don't have motorcycles. They go to the bank and the post office on foot. When they get back to the office, they are exhausted.
Now let's imagine that we are talking about a construction company. Under the director, manager, and supervisor, we would have bricklayers. Bricklayers are the ones who actually do the work outside, building houses, buildings, castles, and palaces. Let's see some examples now.
Look at that bricklayer. He works outdoors all day. That is a really hard job.
Now this is really interesting. Let's talk about some school-related words. From the time you went from high school to university, you grew up, and I'm pretty sure that your uniform was way too small to be used at university. And after you graduated from high school, you thought that your life would be a lot easier at university. No! You were about 4 weeks through when you realized that university was a lot harder than high school. Listen to some examples.
I remember that I grew up a lot before I graduated from high school, but it was my final year, so I realized it was very difficult to get into the basketball team.
This is it for this unit. Now, I please ask you, use all the vocabulary that you listen to every week. And then after that, come to Speed Up and let's talk!